Hey guys, just made this video to give you a little bit more detail as to what happened during my experience with my scammer, Mugisha Anion, given the kind heart 24 Anion on Instagram, but it seems as if he's closed his channel down since I started making these videos. I did tell him that I was going to make some videos about him and my experience, so I told you the time was coming. I just haven't managed to find the time in the last 3 years, 3, however long, to manage to fix the damage that it caused to my life, because it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Like, life is hard anyway, let alone with a situation like that on your hands. So I just want to make this video to expose him and what he did to me and who he really is and how he really operates, because I know that he's gone a bit international with the people that he's contacting, and I'm sure that this has happened. I'm positive that this has happened to many more people than just me. So I know it has, because people have contacted me already on the profile that I created for him about him, because I just want to spread awareness as to how these people operate. They don't just operate in the conventional way, you know. They don't, well, this one certainly didn't hide behind the screen or pretend to be somebody else or give me any fake details. And that's part of the reason as to why I believed in him, because to me it seems as if, excuse me, he's genuine, because I could see him on video calls. I could see he was going to work. He was going to work when we initially met in 2019. He friended me on Facebook, and you know, he started messaging me all the time, and I thought, who is this guy, you know? I was friends with a lot of people from across the earth, because I am part of the Truther community. That's what I like to do. That's what I was born for, to truth. So I can't lie. It's like, why would I lie? I don't want to lie. I got nothing to lie about. I got nothing to hide. I'm just telling you my story and my experience, and hopefully it can help one of you, or just stop it from happening to anybody else. So I took him genuinely, you know, because I had friends from America, I had loads of friends from Africa, loads of friends from across the earth. So, you know, it was nothing strange to me that this stranger had added me as a friend. Unfortunately, my Facebook ended up getting closed because of some of my comments that I had made about how should I say it? Billy Goat, Gates. You get me? Billy Goat, Gates. So, yeah. I just said on one of my posts that who does this guy think he is? You know, like, with his, like, it's all down to him, the chemtrails, the vaccines, the GMO food, everything. So I said, who does he think he is? And then in the comments, a lot of people said, God God, 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 God. And yes, that's what I was pointing towards. That's the answer, you know. That's who he thinks he is, this guy. Anyway, so that's why they deactivated my account on Facebook in 2020, I believe, because I was posting a lot of the, you know, vaccine stuff. Oh, I shouldn't have said. Anyway, never mind. So I'm gonna get a bit more back on track with this. So yeah, Mugisha, but he called himself Kayla. He had a profile. He came under Kayla to begin with. I thought, who was this guy? And he started writing me poems and singing me songs and, like, you know. And I thought, who is this guy? You know, like, he's lovely. He was truly lovely. Not truly though. That's what I felt like. Who is this guy? He was like really upbeat and good to talk to. He was intelligent, charismatic. You know, he was a handsome kid, and you know, like, I wasn't really sort of interested and looking for anything like a relationship, you know. But he started going on about all sorts of stuff in, like, in a romantic way, and he would you know, we would have video calls sometimes, and well, what can I say? So I stopped having video calls with him, and this was part of the problem because I couldn't see the reality of the matter. So yeah, so I investigated him because I thought, you know, like, he's after something, like something was going off in my brains, and I started investigating, like, his pages and the groups that he followed and stuff like this, and I came across a lot of shady shit, man, like a lot. Like, these groups he was following, and like a lot of sort of like gay pages and stuff, and I mean, that's up to him, that's up to him, that's his interest. But this is another point I want to make about Facebook. So yeah, so these groups, some of them were very, very perverse. I mean, some of the things I saw in them were horrendous, like really disgusting. I couldn't believe that such things existed on Facebook. Like, there's some profiles, and they're in like sexual explicit positions, and some of these pages, you know, they got all of these big genitals on and stuff like this. African people in the street. There was somebody giving a goat one, and there was some lady that was, the impression that I had, that she was trying to sell her daughter, you know, for sex. And so, like, these groups, you know, they're a bit disturbing. And the gay, you know, I mean, I got nothing against gays, you know, but like, you know, I don't want to be involved, kind of thing, you know. So you know, that's up to you. But I learned a lot from these gay pages about top boys and bottom boys and all sorts of terms, and things that they get up to, and trans pages, and wow, yeah, I had a real eye opener. Let's say. So yeah, I confronted this kiddie about it, and, like, you know, I said about him being gay and stuff. Anyway, with that, he went into total defense mode, and you know, he shut me down. I couldn't investigate his pages anymore. I was blocked out of everything. But he did have another account under his Mugisha given name, and it's still on Facebook as well. So he's had multiple accounts on Facebook. He had multiple accounts when he was talking with me. So Kayla Given, he even changed his name to my surname at one point, and you know, he's a complete crackhead. So, but he's a very clever crackhead, let's say, you know, and it's such a shame because he's a very clever guy, and you know, he really could be doing something a lot better, a lot better with his time, with his energy, you know. He could be using it in such a more positive way, but for some reason he wants to be a scallywag, a demon. What an awful person. underneath, you know, just I cannot believe the lengths and the pressure that he put me under. So, oh, where did I get to? So yeah, we got to the gay part. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, so then he's, you know, I was like, look, do you mind like just like leaving me alone, sort of thing, because you know I was disturbed by what I'd seen as well, and like what he's kind of into, like who is he? I don't want to be. Oh, as well, like prostitute pages. Oh, there's loads of stuff, like loads, um, loads of really shady shit, you know, and so yeah, so with that, I was like, leave me alone, please, you know, like, you know, I know he's up to something no good. And with that, he's like rang me up, and he had put himself on like a beer crate, and he had like a belt around his neck, and he was threatening to kill himself. You know, he was like gonna hang himself there and then on the camera, like he was crying, he was bawling it, you know, he was bawling it, and I'm gonna kill myself, and I haven't got any family, I haven't got any friends, I haven't got anybody, I'm an orphan. Ah, ah. Oh, he's a great actor, you know. He can turn on the tears anytime he needs to. What a waste. The whole thing amazes me because, you know, like, why do it with your own name, kid? You know, you're not clever. You're not clever at all. You know, how can you do this? And now I'm going to expose you for who you really are as well. Like, it's a shame on you. Really. Anyway. So, yeah. So, you know, I was like a bit like trapped, I guess. And then, you know, multiple times I blocked him, and I'll get emails and him calling me from a different number, his friend's number. Come back, come back, come back all the time, you know. And then he told me that he drank some poison because he wanted to kill himself. And, you know, like, and then with that, he told me his kidneys are failing. And, like, this is 2019, like, coming to 2020, okay? Like, he was showing me all of this blood. We were coming into the pandemic. He's telling me he's dying. I hadn't seen him for so long because, you know, we've been like, arguing like crazy, and like he, yeah, honestly it blows my mind. Yeah, so we hadn't video talked in a long time, and excuse me, we hadn't talked in a long time on video call. We talked a lot on messaging and emails and stuff like this, like when we did talk, but I hadn't seen him for such a long time. And then he sent me some pictures of himself, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I literally couldn't. He'd like, the picture he sent me, which, you know, I can laugh about now, but at the time, I don't know, I haven't got it here, but it was similar to this one. I put it on my shorts. Thank you to those who've watched my shorts. So it's similar to this one where he stood on the street, and he looks like he's dying, you know, and literally with that, you know, I felt sick. I cried my fucking eyes out. I just could not believe, like, what me telling him to get out of my life had done to him. I felt so guilty, you know, like he was just trying to be my friend, sort of thing, and like, and he said that some hacker had joined him to these groups and he didn't know about it, and blah 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 blah. And yeah, I was beside myself, absolutely beside myself from what I was seeing, and you know, I knew, I felt he made it out that it was urgent, you know, his kidneys are failing, he's losing loads of blood, he was having nosebleeds, sending me pictures of all of this blood and his nosebleeds. And I mean, you can see what he was sending me, you know, like, I don't know, can you see that? You know, and he'd be like, what's it say? You put the date on it and like say that this is today, you know, because he knew that I didn't believe him. I was like, fucking prove it, like, prove it, you know. Like, if you need medicine, send me the receipts. If you need like doctors, you know, you need any, you know, whatever you need, just show me the fucking receipts, because to prove to me that that's what my money's getting used for. And like, he falsified that as well. So like, you know, he sent me like blood going down the toilet. He sent me pictures of cannulas and things in his arms and stuff. And, you know, like this, I was absolutely mortified, like, daily. And so what I did is I got another job, because I couldn't afford like to I couldn't afford to look after myself and pay for all of these medicine bills. And like, I'm not having this on my conscience. Like, you know, like, he's got no family, he's got no friends. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know, like, this is just awful. So I had a cleaning business that I did for 8 years. So 8 years I cleaned for. And when the coronavirus came, it just changed everything, you know. And I had to leave cleaning because there was too much of a memory of him that I had, because I spoke to him a lot while I was at work and stuff, you know, we'd voice note, and, you know, we were in contact a lot. So, you know, I got a lot of memories of talking with him in these homes whilst I was working. And so, yeah, after the coronavirus, I just felt as if I didn't want to work in people's homes anymore. It was time to call it a day. So, yeah, I started working from Monday to Friday doing cleaning, and then Saturday and Sunday I would go and deliver parcels to make some extra money. So for a whole year, I did not have a day off. Not one. It was only like Christmas Day and then Boxing Day or something like that. I worked every single day to help this motherfucker. Time is not replaceable, you know. It literally isn't. I lost my car. I left that car. Couldn't afford to fix it. He put me under so much pressure. And, you know, I was just like sending him money, like 20 quid here, 70 quid there, 50 quid there, 100 quid there, 150 quid there, 20 quid here. You know, it went on and on and on like that for about a year and a half. And I was just thinking, like, I was asking him, like, there's got to be people there to help you, you know, please, like, take the pressure off me, man. I'm like, this is killing me. I can't afford my life. I need to take care of my dog. I've got a little dog that I need to look after. I couldn't afford, like, the things I needed for him. It was breaking me, man. Like, and I was thinking, just like, this ain't right. Like, something ain't right. You know, something ain't right. And my mum was going on, like, he's a scammer. He's a scammer. And I was like, he's not a scammer. You know, like, thinking to myself, how can someone like this be a scammer? He's not scamming me. Like, look at him. Look at the pictures, mum. Like, look at the pictures, mum. Do you know what I mean? And like, nope, they're photoshopped. She could see it clear as day. I was totally indoctrinated, totally away with the fairies, you know. It's like he put a spell on me. I swear to God, like, there was some black magic involved in this shit as well. Because just a hook, line and sinker somehow. But even with my instincts going off in the background, I've learned so much. I really have. Even with my instincts going off in the background, I still went with it. But the thing is like, anybody can tell you anything. And the thing is, without having the proof and without me being in Africa, how am I supposed to know what's the truth? I didn't have anyone to turn to. So that's what I did, actually. I contacted some of his friends on Facebook. He didn't like that either. I made a friend called Brian. I can't remember his surname. I think it's Brian Smith. So yeah, I started talking with him and asking him about Mugisha, and he, he was sort of hinting at that Kada was well, Mugisha Kada, that he was well, you know. So I was thinking, so he's the guy that led me to this Instagram that I found, this Instagram page that I found. So, I asked Mugisha like about his clothes and stuff, and he sent me like these old clothes that he had, these pictures of these old clothes, and was making out that he's got all skanky clothes and skanky shoes, and like this is part of it, but I mean you can't really tell anything from these pictures. This is the trouble, like so much of my evidence was in my last Facebook, and Facebook shut it down, and I got hardly any evidence of the situation with him. So I've saved all I could and put it together. But yeah, so this Brian, he sent me a picture like this of Mugisha. After I was thinking, oh, he told me also he had a mouth ulcer, and he's lost his teeth, right? So he was sending me pictures like this, oh, he's still lost weight, still skinny, look, I'm dying, lost my teeth, oh look, this one as well is naked, skinny, dying body, oh, censor, oops, I might get banned for that. I hope not. Maybe I can edit it. Or Anyway, so yeah, he really went for it. He was going for it. So, and then the reality of the matter is that he looked well like this, and the in the short you can see he's wearing an orange jumper, and he's looking full. He's looking well. He's looking strong. He's looking like there's nothing wrong with him at all. And I just felt sick to see him looking like that. And he's dressed well. And, it's clear to me what he's done. So he had opened an Instagram page with another lady from Australia. This is crazy. So, yeah. So, after realizing what had happened to me, I come across this page, and then I confronted him about it. And well, I mean, what can you say? But he tried to make his excuses and what have you. And I contacted this lady from Australia. You know who you are, Anna Maria Quebec. So yeah, and she fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, man. And I don't know, somehow, like I told her my story, and she seems to think that I'm some kind of fucking nutcase jealous ex that didn't get to marry this guy, that I'm really upset, and and she's gonna do all she can to help him, and like fair play to her, that's fine, but it's fine, like the help that I gave him would have been fine if all had been genuine, the pain I went through, the nights I cried myself to sleep because I thought this kid, he was dying. He's like, he probably laid it on thick. He was like playing me all these like songs. I don't know if you know the song like Cloud by some kiddie. He died of leukemia, and he made this song called Clouds, and so he's like singing me this song, and I was here. I was devastated, you know. I was like, this kid's gonna die, you know. Like, oh, it was awful. The torture, the mental torture. I never take a day off of work and stuff like this for no reason, you know. And I had to take a day off of work because, like, I'd cried all fucking night, like, because he told me he's gonna die in the night. He like might not make it through the night. He's evil. I swear to God, he's fucking evil. And this is the thing with this whole situation. I just feel like I've had an encounter with the devil, with a demon. Literally, you know. Literally. It has been, you know, including the gay stuff, including... Because he was commenting on people's, like, pages as well, that he was going to meet up with them and stuff. Like, these gay people. He was actually... That's what he was arranging. And then, you know, he completely denied it. And when I confronted him about it, I mean, it's up to him. That's the thing, that's up to him. Just don't come here as a fake person. You know, like, I'm happy to be anybody's friend. And this is the thing, like, one of my friends asked me if, you know, oh, you like a racist? Because I was a Trump supporter back in the day, 2019, 2020. You know, I'm part of the Great Awakening. I love the Great Awakening. I'm born for the Great Awakening, you know. That's my thing. And so, yeah, it's like divided me from so many people, and it's been such a shame. And I feel as if like this has been a spiritual attack on my life, completely and utterly undeserving, you know. I was just at a good point. I literally just cleared my debts. Literally just cleared my debts. And then I got to a good point. I thought this year's going to be a good year. No. Ever since then, he's put me into so much debt I can't get out of, because I can't maintain a job. Because in the last year, I've had like three jobs since I left cleaning. I ran my own business for 8 years, you know. Fine. Like, I know my capabilities. I went to deliver parcels. They ripped me off. So I said, I can't work there no more. I went to work somewhere else. They lied to me. I can't work there. Then I worked somewhere else. And then they got rid of me because their vehicle's fucking shit. And it rolled down the hill. So, I mean, oh, I'm just, you know, what am I supposed to do now? And now here I am, in this position, financially fucked. And I'm still scrambling since 2019, 2020 to try and fix my life. Every day is just like a freaking prison because of this. You know, and I just want to share my experience and tell people the truth of my story, because without telling it thoroughly, you know, I don't think people really get it. And the thing is that I know he's out there like doing this to other people. Like somebody's contacted me and said that they did it to their sister. He's done it to their sister, and he was after so much money from her, an unbelievable amount of money. And geez, like apparently the family were going to remortgage the house or something like this. You know, and it's disgusting. What is he doing with all of this money? And so this Instagram page that he's got, you know, he's like making out that he's helping the orphans, but it's like he's not. He's staging the whole thing, like he did with the hospital, you know, like he did with the blood, like he did with the skinny photos, the Photoshop pictures, like he's done with so much. He is exploiting these poor children. He's exploiting so many people and making such a fool of himself on an international scale. Peter, how do you live with yourself? Why do you want to be known for this? Like, it absolutely blows my mind. The level you take it to, you know, you showed me no mercy. And now he's asking me, because since I put these shorts up on YouTube, he's contacted me last night asking me to take them down and telling me to have a happy Easter. Oh, that's the other thing, you know, he contacts me at Christmas as well to, oh, let me know that you're okay. He's like, thank you for helping me. You know, it's like he doesn't even understand that the whole thing was fake. He still thinks in his mind it's real, but it's not real at all. he's a complete and utter nut job. He's a complete and utter narcissist. There's something else wrong with him as well, mentally. That's why you got to be careful, man. You know, he's a likable guy. He's a likable character. I understand why people like him and why they follow him. But be careful. Please, if he contacts you, if he messages you, if he adds you as a friend, you know, like, just be aware that he has got other intentions. He's not pure-hearted. He's not the kind heart at all, you know. He showed me no mercy, literally. He would have kept that scam going for fucking ages if Brian hadn't have shown me. Brian started asking me for money as well, and I thought, this is a joke, man. Like, I thought, this is just crazy, and then I got angry with Brian, but at least Brian showed me the light, so I appreciate the light, and I thank God, honestly, for the light, you know, because, like, as soon as I realised the truth, that was it, done, you know. But then my anger took over. I was crazy for a long time. I still am crazy, you know. I was hurt a lot. I went wild and I smashed up a lot of stuff. I smashed up a lot of stuff, man. Like, I broke my toe. I haven't broke it, but like I kicked the fuck out of my dustbin. And like, ever since then, my big toe hurts. And I got a problem like with the nail, you know. And just, I damaged the kitchen floor. You know, I was so mad. And, you know, the bad feeling that I had for not believing my mum when she's telling me that he's not real. Like, yeah, this is the thing. He got me hook, line and sinker because he wasn't pretending to be somebody else. He wasn't hiding behind a screen. I could see that he was working. You know, why are you going to use your own name to do something like this? You know, so for me, it was like, no, you know, this is not how scammers do things. But little did I know. But, you know, like, I knew I can understand that life must be tough in Africa. You know, I really get it. And so, it's such a shame that he had to go to this sort of level with the lies as well, making me think he's dying. Because, you know, like, if I could see that he was in genuine trouble, then I would have helped him anyway. That's the sad thing about it. Like, I would have, you know, it's just like the way he had to put me through that mental, emotional torture for no reason, you know. Absolutely crazy. Like, for what? Like, you know, but these people, they do it. They do it out of greed. And I'm sorry that life is difficult there, you know. They've made this earth really fucking hard to survive, you know. They really have. So I can understand them, their motives and stuff, but I don't think that they realise the people that they hurt, the impact, the time lost, the energy wasted, just the, you know, is the damage that you're doing to us here. Is it worth it? Is it worth it now, do you think, after now I've put these stories on YouTube? Like, is it worth it? Because I really don't think it is worth it. And then I had another message from him today. He was telling me this time he's going to give my money back. And I've got these on voicemail, so if anyone wants me to play them, I can play them as long as it's before the 7 days, because I might record it anyway. Because after 7 days they get wiped. But yeah, he was like, oh, I'm going to get you your money back. But I want, right, you don't understand. Okay, I will take these videos down, Kayla, Mugisha, Anion given. I will take them down. But I want my money back. I want double back. and I'll take them down. But until then, I'm not taking them down, and these videos, they're going to stay up here because I don't want you to do this to anybody else. I want to put an end to this sort of behaviour. I even I contacted the Ugandan police, and they did pay him a little visit, and I knew that they did because he contacted me then as well after they did that. But I don't think anything came of it. I'm not sure what they did. I contacted Action Fraud. They just took a report of it, and that was the end of that. I contacted Western Union. I contacted a company as well to help me try and get my money back, but they also fucking scammed me. Like, I had to get a credit card to pay them as well, and so that was another 250 quid down the fucking drain. And they just like took my information, didn't really hear from them. I kept getting on their case. No, and I'm gonna tell you, I will tell you, like, the company as well. But they're just everywhere, all over the internet, you know. But there's no police on the internet. There's nobody, you know, nobody gives a fuck. Like, this is happening to so many people. They police people like me on Facebook, and they can deactivate my account. But the thing is, you know, I reported those nasty pages on Facebook that I came across via his pages, his groups, and the reply was from Facebook that they saw no problem with those pages on Facebook. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. But they deactivated me for being a truther. Honestly, Facebook, if you can reopen my account, please, because I really need the information, all of the messages, the pictures, anything that I can get, so that I can, you know, just prove. Well, you know, I've got a lot of proof here, but if I can prove things further to people and show them the extent that it goes to, the harassment, the emails, constant calling, constant pressure, you know, constant bullshit, lies. So, yeah. But, I think I'm going to call it a night. And, thank you for listening. If you've got any questions, like, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment or give me an email, whichever you prefer. I'm happy to talk to and, you know, answer any questions that anybody's got, help them through understanding anything further. And yeah, if you don't mind, please, can you help me share this video, because this, you know, people like him need exposing on an international scale, so it doesn't happen, because it's got to stop, man. It really has. It's really got to stop. I'm Mugisha. Just stop, you know. Like, have a heart. Life ain't all about money. You will look back on these days and regret, I'm sure, one day, you know. But anyway, thanks again for listening. Good night.